Welcome to Covenant of Unitarian Universalist You know, we're going to start that over.
You want to?
We're gonna.
I mean, I can say Covenant of Unitarian Universalist Pagans.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jamie Hendricks, and I am the facilitator for CUUPS.
Hi, I'm Chris Hendricks. I'm the web weaver for CUUPS.
CUUPS stands for Covenant of Unitarian Universalist Pagans.
Covenant of Unitarian Universalist Pagans is a committee of the Unitarian Universalist Church of Tampa.
Oh, we got it through that time. That was only the third try. Okay. So, welcome to tonight's full moon celebration. As you can see, it's all about Pride, because it's Pride Month. So, happy June, everybody. Happy Pride Month. So, fun times. So, we have a lot of announcements to get through. We're going to try to do it relatively quickly. First of all, in our last CUUPS meeting, which was just a few days ago, we held CUUPS elections for council. And you probably heard me use my new title. I was elected the facilitator of CUUPS, so I will be your facilitator and scheduler for the next year. Thank you, everyone, for your support, and I'm humbled and honored, and hopefully I will fulfill your expectations. So that will be the next year. We'll need everybody's help to work toward our goals. We have a lot in store for you over the next year. The other people who were elected, Dawn Carson was elected as our treasurer. She was formerly the scribe. And Chris, that guy right there, Hendricks, is our elected to our web weaver and herald. We have 2 vacant positions, and those are the vice chair and scribe. Dawn has agreed to continue to be scribe until we can post someone to that position. All right. So July's ritual next month is going to be presented by Sherry and friends. And here's a description from Sherry. We have had a hard year and a half. Amen, Sherry. This time of self-quarantine and social distancing is coming to an end. Many of us have struggled through this and have felt depression and anxiety. We need to transition now to a new place of self-love. We can view this as a time to move forward into our new lives. So, sounds awesome, and we have an announcement about the July ritual. So, the UU has begun to open back up, and we are hoping to be able to have July's ritual in person in the Dome. So no promises yet. It's not 100%, but we're doing everything in our power to make sure that we are in the Dome for the July ritual. So if that happens, it will be on July 24th at 7:30 p.m. in the Dome. Now, we don't have a whole lot of details yet on exactly the specifics that we're going to have to do as far as the requirements and everything. We're working on that to get that all taken care of. However, we still need to get the event approved by the RSC committee and by the UU Board of Trustees. So we're working hard behind the scenes to get that taken care of. What we do know. Here's what we do know. You will need to sign up for the event in advance. We will be limited on the number of attendees that we can have.
And when we say sign up, we'll need your name, your email address, and your phone number.
So you will have to submit some information to us. Realize that this information will be kept confidential because we know there are some people who are not out in the community. We understand that. But we will need that information. We are holding that information simply for contact tracing purposes. So if something was to happen at the event where people were exposed, we could reach everyone and say, hey, you were exposed, you need to be tested. Okay, so it is simply for contact tracing. The contact information will go nowhere. It will stay strictly with us. Okay. So we know that's going to happen for sure. Sign up is going to be on a first-come, first-served basis. However, the people who are doing the ritual, the participants and their immediate family, will be given precedence. They will be given priority.
Can I say one more thing about that?
Yes.
We do know for sure anybody who comes will be required to wear their mask the entire time they're there.
The entire time you are there. That is absolutely for sure going to happen. That is a requirement of the UU, definitely. Okay. So that is one of the guidelines. We have posted all of the guidelines as stated by the RSC, and the RSC is the rescreening committee, reopening screening committee. And the UUCT. We have posted all those guidelines on our Facebook page, and we will. They're also posted on under events and announcements on the UU's webpage as well. And if you want those requirements and restrictions sent to you, please email CUUPS@uu.org, and I'll be happy to forward that document to you.
CUUTampa.org.
Oh, excuse me, CUUPS@uutampa.org, and I'll be happy to send those to you. Okay, we also realize that not everyone is comfortable returning in person at this time, so we are going to continue to offer some sort of virtual offering to you, some sort of virtual ritual. Exactly what form that's going to take, if it's going to be a live broadcast or if it's going to be something recorded that we're going to upload later, we don't know yet. Again, all of this just happened on Sunday, so we're still putting all the technical pieces and everything together. So stay tuned and just bear with us while we work out the technical details. Also realize that if you are planning on attending in person and you don't want to be on camera, we hear you. We know that that's an issue, okay? So we're working out how to figure out what area of the church is going to be filmed and where to tell you to sit if you are not comfortable being on camera. Okay, so we're working out all those details. Just bear with us. We will have a safe place for everyone. Okay. So that was reopening. I think those are the two big pieces of news. The next CUUPS meeting will be on Sunday, Kitten plus tripod equals earthquake. The next CUUPS meeting will be on Sunday, July 25th from noon to 1. We don't know if this is going to be in person or via Zoom, so watch the website and our Facebook for details. And I think that's actually it. I think I'm done. Tonight's full moon celebration is presented by Serenity Circle and friends. So a lot of people came together to put this ritual together. We had over 15 people actually film different parts of this ritual. So thank you so much to the community for coming together on this one, and we really hope you enjoy it. So have fun, stay safe, be blessed, and hopefully we will see you in person very, very soon. Bye, guys. My blood runs pink for my sexuality that is mine to embrace, not yours to strike with lightning bolts of change. And red, for the life I will continue to live, the life you cannot take away from me. And orange, for my siblings who heal me with their love and understanding, helping me piece myself back together after you tried to break me. And yellow, for the sunlight from within that still manages to shine in these dark times. And green, for existing in the natural, physical world when all you want is my disappearance. And blue, for the serenity we bring amidst the disturbances we face. And purple, for my spirit which won't be broken. It can never be broken, and you will never break us. So let it be.
How do you enter the circle?
May you be accepted and welcome as the person you truly are.
All right. Happy Pride Month! Tonight we gather to celebrate everyone just as they are. Regardless of your sexual preference, your gender preference, your chosen pronoun, or your skin color, you are welcome here tonight and every night. One of the beautiful truths about the pagan path is that we are open to all people who come in perfect love and perfect trust. The Charge of the Goddess by Doreen Valente reads, "Let my worship be within the heart that rejoiceth. For behold, all acts of love and pleasure are my rituals. And therefore, let there be beauty and strength, power and compassion, honor and humility, mirth and reverence within you. After all, love is love. Tonight, we honor the LGBTQIA plus community as we celebrate Pride Month. May the right begin.
Blessed be thou, creature of air, pure essence of the God. I consecrate this incense to thy divine spirit. Blessed be thou, creature of fire, pure essence of the God. I consecrate this flame and this athame to thy divine spirit.
Blessed be thou, creature of water, pure essence of the goddess. I consecrate this water to thy divine spirit. Blessed be thou, creature of earth, pure essence of the goddess. I consecrate this salt to thy divine spirit.
Salt and water,
inner and outer, body and
and
soul be cleansed.
I cast out all that is harmful, and take in all that is good and healing, by the powers of life, death, and rebirth.
So mote
So
it
mote
be.
it be. I cast this circle in love for all human beings, be they black, white, brown, yellow, or red. I cast this circle in love for all human beings, be they called he, she, they, or they. I cast this circle in love for all human beings, be they gay, lesbian, bisexual, pansexual, or anything in between. I cast this circle in love for all humans, that it may be safe, a place for us to do our work tonight. This circle is sealed from sky to ground, so mote it be.
So mote it be.
Please turn to the east. We call to the east by the air that is our breath of life. Bring your intellect and communication skills to our right. Enlighten those seeking the way to understanding and acceptance of all people as they truly are this night. We bid you hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Please turn to the south. We call to the south by the fire that is our underlying spirit. Bring your courage and passion to our right. Embolden those seeking the way to understanding and acceptance of all people as they truly are this night. We bid you hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Please turn to the west. Guardians of the west, by the water that is our lifeblood, bring your compassion and cleansing to our right. Heal those seeking the way to understanding and acceptance of all people as they truly are this night. We bid you hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Please attend to the north. Guardians of the north, by the earth that is our physical bodies, bring your patience and stability to our right. Strengthen those seeking the way to understanding and acceptance of all people as they truly are this night. We bid you hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Lady Aphrodite, you blessed your child with love and acceptance on their transgender journey of having both sexes. We invite that family love into our rainbow circle tonight. We bid thee hail and welcome.
Lady Artemis, you are the strong, independent female, welcoming the soft, tender nymph into your bosom. We invite that loving embrace into our rainbow circle tonight. We bid thee hail and welcome.
Lord Dionysus, god of wine and mirth, of drag queens and parade beads, we invite your joyous celebration into our rainbow circle tonight. We bid thee hail and welcome.
Lord Pan, you shared your love with all, not discriminating based on sex. We invite your inclusivity in our rainbow circle tonight. We bid thee hail and welcome.
Tonight, we call the ungendered divine and the energy thereof.
Hear now the words of the great cosmic ocean, the beginning of the beginning, the end of the end, and the genesis of all that lies between. I am the worn fibers of the fold, the tipping point on the scale, betwixt and between. I am the total of what gets divided into gendered parts. I am the trickster, the defier of categories, the breaker of boxes and borders. I am the refuser of any name and the bearer of every name. I am the force uniting Hermes and Aphrodite and separating Apollo and Artemis. I am the pyroclastic flow meeting the sea, where fire, earth, water, and air mingle, intertwined, forever blended, inseparable. I am the strong magnetic bond. I am gravity, centrifugal and centripetal forces. Axis mundi, anima mundi. I am the rebellious spirit that moves the world. I am the stone butch, the fairy, the drag queen, body hair and lipstick, bound breasts, false phallus, rainbow glitter, and sensible shoes. A great anarchist orgy sheltering and protecting the barren womb and the castrated. I am the moment of stillness as the tide turns. I lay before you a challenge to step into the fire and let it burn away all that does not serve you, all that is not you, all that the world has forced upon you. Beware, take up this charge, and you may find that who you truly are scarcely resembles who you believed you were. There is no way back. Heed not my call if it doesn't ring so loudly and persistently it vibrates your DNA. My path is not for the faint of heart. I will tear you open like ripe fruit and lay bare your truest, most naked self. I will clothe you in tenderness and indomitable strength. Your body becomes a language, ancient and arcane, understood by precious few, comprised of secrets and poetry and tantalizing lies. Rare is the person who hears my song, and rarer still the one who cannot resist. For you, beautiful, broken-hearted seeker, I keep watch and stand guard. I honor your courage. I love you for seeking me. Persist, dear one. I walk beside you always.
We can't celebrate Pride Month without paying homage to the event and people who are credited with starting the Pride movement. And of course, if you know anything about Pride history, you know I'm talking about Stonewall. Now, if you're anything like me, you may have known about Stonewall, or at least you knew the word, but maybe you didn't really know that much about the event or what really happened. So when I started working on this ritual, I started researching the rainbow flag and what the rainbow flag came to mean and how the rainbow flag came to fruition. And the origins of the rainbow flag began with Stonewall. So then that led me down a whole nother path of research. And it was impossible to do a ritual about Pride Month without talking about Stonewall. So for those of you who don't know about Stonewall, or perhaps were like me and you knew the word and knew some basics, but didn't know that much about the event, I want to tell you something about Stonewall. So in 1969, there weren't many places for gay people to safely gather. Laws in society, we were all very openly hostile to gay people. But the Stonewall Inn in New York City was a semi-safe option. Now we say semi-safe because it was run by the mafia. And patrons said that they felt safe to be who they were when they were inside. They could kiss their partners. They could dance the night away. However, Stonewall had its problems. The Stonewall Inn in 1969 was owned and operated by the mafia. It had no liquor license because it was actually illegal to serve alcohol to any known homosexual in New York City. The police and the mafia, well, they had an agreement. Every few weeks, the police would raid the bar, arrest anyone exhibiting openly homosexual behavior. They could also arrest people for wearing more than a certain number of items of clothing of the opposite gender. They would seize the alcohol, and then the police would receive a payoff from the mafia to look the other way while they continued operations. The mafia also made money off the gay people who would attend the bar because they would water down the drinks and then also overcharge for the drinks. So they were making money that way as well. However, again, there weren't many safe places for gay people to go, and this was one of them. So this was one place where people did gather. This cycle of raid and open and raid and open and raid and open continued on for many years, but things reached a flashpoint in June of 1969. Now there's lots of arguments and theories and stories about how the Stonewall raid and riot started in June of 1969. One story is that there was a famous drag queen named Marsha P. Johnson, who, by the way, later, she wasn't just a drag queen, she was also transgender, and later she was one of the someone who's founded the Street Transvestite Action Revolutionaries, also known as STAR. This is an organization devoted to helping homeless LGBTQ+ youth. Okay, now she was an amazing woman. There's one story that said that she was at the bar celebrating her birthday. Now she claims that she wasn't even there that night and that she came much later the next day. Police entered Stonewall with the intent of the usual raid, seizing the alcohol, arresting people for serving alcohol without a license, blah, 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 normal routine. Well, apparently a policeman insulted one of the queens that was at a party there. She screamed something back and things just kind of exploded. Accounts of what happened next kind of vary, but things escalated very quickly. Cans, shoes, bricks were thrown, windows were broken. Someone witnessed a policeman striking a drag queen. The crowd lashed out at the police, who eventually actually had to barricade themselves inside Stonewall Inn. And just to avoid the agitated crowd, which, by the way, later was set on fire. The police wound up calling for reinforcements, and things quickly got out of hand. So interviews of people who were actually there that night recall the event as both terrifying and liberating. It was the first time many of them had fought back. Many describe it as the first time the gay community really came together. And they said they had had enough and they weren't going to live in the shadows any longer. It was much better to be out and be who they were. One individual described it as breaking off the shackles of 2,000 years of oppression. Now, out of Stonewall came the Gay Liberation Front. This was born out of the ashes of the Stonewall riots, which then continued for multiple days past this initial night. The goal of the GLF was for all gay individuals to be treated equally under the law. Gay rights activism existed prior to 1969, of course, but it was really the Stonewall incident that really helped to mobilize the LGBTQ plus community. Carla J., who is a lesbian feminist activist, she was one of the first female chairs of the GLF. She said, "It's all of us together, women and men, trans and bi. I felt that it was our goal to transform the world." It's an amazing goal. The very first Pride March occurred 1 year later. It occurred on June 28, 1970. Officially, it drew a few hundred registered participants. However, the New York Times and people at the event reported closer to 5,000 actual people attending the event. In 2017, that same annual march drew over 2.1 million people. Now, of course, it's no longer just about gay pride. As Griffin Gracie, a participant in 2017's Pride celebration, said, "It's not just gay pride. It's pride in who you are, pride in your history, and pride in yourself." On June 24th, 2016, Stonewall Inn and the surrounding area was officially named a National Historic Landmark under the care of the National Park Service and will be preserved. We honor the survivors of Stonewall and all those who led the early fight for LGBTQIA+ rights. May their spirits forever shine bright.
One wonderful symbol of the Pride movement has endured, the rainbow flag. In 1978, Harvey Milk, one of the first openly gay elected officials, asked artist and activist Gilbert Baker to create a symbol for the gay community in San Francisco. Baker said of his choice of using the rainbow, "A rainbow flag was a conscious choice, natural and necessary. The rainbow came from earliest recorded history as a symbol of hope. In the book of Genesis, it appeared as proof of a covenant between God and all living creatures. It was also found on Chinese, Egyptian, and Native American history. A rainbow flag would be our modern alternative to the pink triangle. Now the rioters who claimed their freedom at the Stonewall Bar in 1969 will have their own symbol of liberation." The first versions of this rainbow flag were flown in the San Francisco Pride celebration on June 25, 1978. The original flag contained 8 colors: hot pink, red, orange, yellow, green, turquoise, indigo, and violet. The original flags were made by hand by Baker and his friends, but he wanted to mass produce them. He then discovered issues with the dyes for hot pink and turquoise, so those colors were dropped, which resulted in the more popular 6-colored flags you see today. There are a variety of pride flags available now, including one designed by Daniel Quasar in 2018, which includes a 5-colored chevron on the left side of the traditional 6 rainbow colors. These 5 added colors are black and brown to represent marginalized LGBTQ+ communities of color, along with pink, white, and blue, which are used on the transgender pride flag. Tonight, we're going to focus on the original pride flag, designed by Gilbert Baker, and discuss what colors meant as designated by him. To do that, we've asked members of the LGBTQ+ community to join us. We pass a flame for those who began the movement for gay rights to the first member of our community, Dee Dee.
Hot pink is for sex. Sex as intimacy is an important part of many relationships. It can build trust and love. We celebrate the freedom to be attracted to the person we love, regardless of their gender or race. Our inspirational quote comes from Garth Greenwell. "Love isn't just a matter of looking at someone, I think now, but also of looking with them, of facing what they face. We celebrate the sex of hot pink.
Red is for life, whether we are gay, straight, bi, or pan. Our blood that gives us life is red. We celebrate the freedom of life in a world that we hope will continue to become more accepting of us as we truly are. Our inspirational quote from George Takei: "We should indeed keep calm in the face of difference and live our lives in a state of inclusion and wonder at the diversity of humanity. We celebrate the life of red."
Orange is for healing. Healing comes in many forms: physical, emotional, and psychological. When we are hurt and require help, it is through our community that we can see healing. Regardless of the type of healing we need, we know we can find it in our community. Our inspirational quote comes from Chaz Bono: "I've been embraced by a new community." That's what happens when you're finally honest about who you are. You find others like you. We celebrate the healing of orange.
Yellow is for sunlight, like so many other aspects of the rainbow flag. This color reminds us of our commonalities are not our differences. Who has not turned their heads to the sun on a spring day and enjoyed the gentle warmth of the sun rays? We are all creatures depending on the sun for life and light. Our inspirational quote comes from E.M. Foster: "Let yourself go, pull out from the depths those thoughts that you do not understand, and spread them out in the sunlight and know the meaning of them." We celebrate the sunlight of yellow.
Green is for nature. Nature restores, renews, and refreshes. Earth and her creatures remind us daily that we are all part of something much larger than ourselves. The elements, air, fire, water, and earth, all are formed of nature. Our inspirational quote is from Frances Maud: "It always seemed to me a bit pointless to disapprove of homosexuality. It's like disapproving of rain. We celebrate the nature of green."
Turquoise is for art. For many people, art is therapy, a way of expression, and even an occupation. It can be a form of protest, an expression of gratitude or love, or even a form of escape for someone who cannot be who they feel they truly are in everyday life. Our inspirational quote is from Oscar Wilde: "Those who find beautiful meanings in beautiful things are the cultivated. For them, there is hope. They are the elect to whom beautiful things mean only beauty." We celebrate the art of turquoise.
indigo is for harmony. A wise man once said, just give peace a chance. Living in harmony with our fellow human beings, whether they be straight, gay, lesbian, bi, pan, or non-sexual, should be a simple matter. Our inspirational quote comes from the Dalai Lama. Love and compassion are necessities, not luxuries. Without them, humanity cannot survive. We celebrate the harmony of indigo.
Violet is for spirit. Our spirit is what makes us who we are. If Stonewall taught us anything, it is that our spirit cannot be crushed by show of force, but rather it is made stronger. Our inspirational quote is from Zanelli Mohali. If I wait for someone else to validate my existence, it will mean that I'm shortchanging myself. We celebrate the spirit of Violet.
And now, the rainbow. Gilbert Baker, the creator of the rainbow flag, said we needed something to express our joy, our beauty, our power. And the rainbow did that. We're an ancient, beautiful tribe of people. And we picked something from nature, something beautiful.
The bread we share this day is sacred. Grain, gift of the earth, gives life. The friendship we share this day is sacred. All gatherings, when people meet and touch, celebrate life. The laughter we share this day is sacred. Joy and sorrow that rise from love are springs of life. The stillness we share this day is sacred. In this peace is a haven for the spirit which nurtures life, for bread, for family, for friends, for joy and sorrow, for the comfort of quietness. Let us ever be grateful and caring. Great universal energy, male, female, and neither, accept this offering that we give in gratitude for the bounty we enjoy. May you never hunger, may you never thirst, and may you never need. So mote it be.
And now we lift our gratitude to the one who is many, the trickster, the rebel deities who teach us how to transcend the arbitrary barricades of normal and socially acceptable. To you who reveal the hidden paths and throw wide the gates of transformation, we give thanks and bid you farewell from our circle. May we take with us the courage to challenge the illusions of normality, to embrace our truest cosmic selves, and to walk in love and justice without shame or fear. Go if you must, but stay if you will. Hail and farewell.
Lord Pan, we thank you for sharing your inclusivity with our Rainbow Circle. We bid thee hail and farewell.
Lord Dionysus, we thank you for sharing your joyful celebration with our Rainbow Circle. We bid thee hail and farewell.
Lady Artemis, we thank you for your protection and warm embrace in our Rainbow Circle tonight. We bid thee hail and farewell.
Lady Aphrodite, we thank you for your spirit of absolute acceptance in our Rainbow Circle tonight. We bid thee hail and farewell.
Please attend to the north, guardians of the north, earth that is our physical bodies. We thank you for your patience and stability in our right. We bid you hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
Please attend to the west, guardians of the west, water that is our life blood. We thank you for your compassion and cleansing in our right. We bid you hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
Please attend to the south, guardians of the south, fire that is our spirit. We thank you for your courage and passion in our right. We bid you hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
Please attend to the east, guardians of the east, air that is our breath of life. We thank you for your intellect and communication skills in our right. We bid you hail and farewell.
Hail and farewell.
Our right has ended. So in the same spirit of love for all human beings, I open this circle. May the circle be open, but never broken. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again. So mote it be.
In some ways, there have been many advances. In 2003, the Supreme Court ruled that the state bans on private consensual same-sex conduct violated the constitutional right to privacy. This was in Lawrence versus Texas. Per the Supreme Court decision in 2014, and then the appeal decision in 2015, same-sex marriage is legal now in all 50 states. However, there is still a lot of work to do. In 28 states, there are no explicit laws protecting LGBTQ+ people from discrimination in employment, housing, and public accommodations. So we still have a long way to go. As Harvey Milk, the first openly gay elected official in San Francisco, said, "It takes no compromise to give people their rights. It takes no money to respect the individual. It takes no political deal to give people freedom. It takes no survey to remove repression." We can remove repression and provide full equality for all people if we learn to work together. We leave you with the wise words of Jason Collins. Openness may not completely disarm prejudice, but it's a good place to start. Be well and be blessed. So let it be.